not 100% sure, but I just really want to try to be very consistent with my content. Not my light. Yes, I am trying to get back to my channel. I want to be open, authentic, honest. Oh my God. Hi guys, welcome to Mary Goes Global. Welcome back to my channel. If you have been a long timer, I know y'all are probably like, girl, you having a comeback video and you done had 5 comeback videos. Don't come for my neck. Those who are new, welcome. I am reintroducing Mary Goes Global, so you came to the right video. And I really just wanted to be on here, be authentic, be honest. I have not been able to share with you guys because of me, right? Like, it really wasn't anybody else. Like, nobody was like, girl, don't do videos. No, everybody was telling me to do videos. And I just want to talk about, you know, why I haven't been doing videos, why I'm back, and really just give hopefully some encouragement to anyone else who may be wanting to do something, wanting to and knowing that they should do something, but they just don't. Right? And I just want to share my story, so hopefully it's encouraging to someone else who's also got something that they are passionate about, that they know they have a lot to share, that somebody else can gain something from it, and just get this extra push, you know, like to do it. So let's get right into it. All right, so the first thing that I want to talk about is just why I stepped back. So all honesty, right? Like, as I said, I really want to be open. I want to be honest on this channel. I want Mary Goes Global not to be like me sending my representative to you guys. Obviously, I can't be going in all my little details, but I want to show you me. Like, I want to give you the real authentic me, because I think we live in a culture where everybody is flexing for the gram. They're just posting stuff. They just saying it was all, you know, peachy keen, looking great, when it ain't. You know, like, they rented that car. It's not really that. Like, I don't want to be faking or flexing for you guys, because like, this is me, this is real life. And the unfortunate thing was, Mary, this last 2.5 years ish, right, that I've been like not really posting, she hadn't been happy. She hasn't been positive. I have not been the encouraging person that I want to be on this channel, and I have not been able to have the energy and the just positivity overall to be able to pour into you all. And that is why I had to step back, because again, you know, I was still showing up. I was still traveling, right? I was still doing stuff. I was doing good in my job. I was doing so many positive things, but I had bitterness. I had negativity. I was around a lot of people who were complaining and just not, you know, happy with their circumstances and just battling their own battles. And I let that affect me. And I really needed to grow up and become the Mary 2.0 that I am now, and still evolving. I'm still evolving. Like, this ain't the final stage of me. But I really did need to work on myself, and that is what I want to be on here to tell you guys, is that it's okay to take time. It's okay to step back, like I did. Goodness, I can barely speak. This is another problem with me. No, I'm just joking. But in all honesty, like, I really did need to take time to work on myself. You know, when I used to see the videos from Mexico. Look at that video. The one video that I posted out of my month in Mexico. Like, your girl was not happy. I was not happy. I was not looking good. I was not feeling good. I just was beat down and burnt out. Like, I was burnt out before I went to Mexico. When I got to Mexico, work weeks there, 48 hours. I was a supervisor. It was the first time I had ever supervised a team, and it's in Mexico. Your girl was setting herself up for being stressed, right? And I thought it would be a reprieve. I thought it would be just enjoying myself, finally working abroad, which is one of the things on my bucket list. And of course, it was super rewarding. It was super amazing. But it was difficult. Like, I went through trials and tribulations. Your girl was tested time and time again. And it was just a lot of growing that I had to do to really get through that. Like, you know, just frustration with, like, honestly, just even like with my driver's license, and like trying to get a bank account in Mexico, like things like that. Like, I was always frustrated, and I did not want to bring that energy here. And honestly, I'm thankful, because obviously, going to my next point here, I learned a lot. I learned a lot through all of those trials and tribulations. You know, obviously I'm not in Mexico anymore. I actually got sent back. So I'm in Wisconsin right now. This is a different little view here. So yeah, I'm not in Mexico. Unfortunately, no mountains as my view anymore. But I have really, really healed a lot more to just being back in the US. You know, Mexico was kind of the catalyst and the start of, like, you know, me getting through going through the lows to kind of get to the highs and get to this point that I'm at now. but I really, really learned a lot. You know, when I was in Mexico, I was by myself. I'd had roommates too when I was in the US, kind of on and off, and just more community, more friends. But Mexico, and I did still have friends, but I was far kind of from people. Work, I just was so demanding that most of the time I was by myself. Whenever I went home, I didn't even get, like, the only place that I got to go when I was in Mexico was Mexico City, and that was like on a layover for a flight. So I really did not get to explore the country besides Monterrey, which I will say I really enjoyed it. It was a very beautiful city. It's very bougie though. I'll talk more on that in another video, but in general, I really did enjoy, and I just think that I needed to learn how to be content and suffer well. Like I really need to learn that, and that is what has led me to be able to talk to you guys today, is because I learned all the lessons about what to do, what not to do, how I can pursue through like really, really difficult circumstances and just stress. And I needed to be able to kind of tell this happy, good story now that I can like be positive, because I was not there, you know, and maybe it would have been good to show some of that, but I just wasn't at the point either. I am the person that, and again, people who know me, the OGs, I used to cry over 98. Your girl was not about to show up on here looking busted and beat up and beat down by life, but I really do want to be open and honest with y'all. That's why I'm telling y'all about it right now. But in all honesty, I really was just not at a good point, and I needed to go through this so that I could learn. Like, I started putting more disciplines into my life, right? Like, I started reading and journaling, and you know, now I read the Bible every day. Like, I just had to start building disciplines in my life to help translate to everything else, right? Like, hey, you need to move your body more, like just go out in nature, like just not be, you know, I work like mainly in a warehouse, so it's like you don't even know what time of day it is. I was working till sometimes 8 p.m. Like I was not doing what I needed to do for myself, and I really needed to take that time. And I learned so much, even with the travels, right? Like, I still got to go to Korea and Japan, and I got to see friends that I made freshman year of college. Like, people who I still talk to and stuff, but it's just, you know, reconnecting. And I went to Brazil with my cousins. That was such a great family trip. We got robbed though. Let's I say there's trials and tribulations and everything, but positive stuff. And just like, but Brazil was just so much, the culture, the people, it was wonderful. It was wonderful to experience that. And also just honestly, the energy. And I want to say that really one of the big things that I'm going to kind of tie into the channel was just like when I went to Poland, and I'm probably going to butcher this, and I wrote down like the pronunciation of this, but like when I went to Poland, overall, the people there were just so awesome. Like, work-wise, we were just in awe of just how, I had a work trip to Poland. It was like, once I got back from Brazil, literally like 2 weeks later, my work was like, hey, you're going to go to Poland and learn from them. And I was like, okay. But it was amazing, and I needed that. Like, I needed that experience in Poland more than I ever thought. Like, honestly, there was a lot of stuff that happened. Like, I was reading, no exaggeration, Let Them on the plane, and it talks about somebody coughing on the plane, and it's how you really just can't let things bother you, right? And I was like, this man was coughing, y'all. And I was like, no, like, this is already testing me. Like, I'm reading the book, and it's literally testing me right now, so I have to like not say anything. And sure enough, that man literally almost died. Like, we literally had to get like a doctor, all this stuff on the plane. It was low-key traumatizing, and I was like, thank God I let them. Thank God I let him. You know what I mean? Like, and it was just starting me off on like, you were about to learn a lot on this Poland trip. And one of the big other takeaways was just we went to Auschwitz and Birkenau just like for travel, like just we had free time. And obviously, it's not like a happy place, right? These are concentration camps. There's a lot of sad history to it. But seeing, you know, like during the week, like all the people at work, how motivated, how they were. And like even, you know, just out when we were out in Poland, like how people were so motivated, just did it. And like there's a Polish saying that people say, and this is where I'm going to look on how to pronounce this, but it's like, jakoś to będzie, which is like, it will all work out. Like it will all end well. That is their mindset. And that was the mindset that I did not have, like, you know, and I really needed to get to that point. And again, tying it back into faith, it's like Jesus will literally, you know, strengthen you and get you through trials and tribulations, but you got to do it, right? And you have to believe it will happen. And it was that self-doubt, that perfectionism, me not wanting to take that step that prevented me from being on here. And I wanted to tell y'all, like, you can get through it. And all of the stuff that I was dealing with work and just getting over very difficult and stressful situations, you know, being young, being a supervisor, trying to, you know, do well in corporate America, blah, 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 all of that. Like, I had to believe in myself. And that is why I believe in myself again, doing this channel, because this was kind of the last little thing that I hadn't touched. Like, I feel like, you know, I feel really content in my life. And really that trip to Poland made me think, these people are content. These people are doing what their country has suffered so many things. They were talking about how even with the Ukrainian war, there were some people that I met that had housed refugees. That resilience is the type of resilience that I want. That motivation throughout trials and tribulation, that is what I want for myself. And I hope, again, those who are on this channel, you want the same for yourself, right? Like, I want that. And that's what this is about. Like, that's what this video is about. And that kind of brings me into my next point, is that I want this channel, right? Like, I want this channel to be a representation of people overcoming, right? I want to be encouraging. I want to be encouraging. I want to say, like, my travels, I'm still going to show things. I'm still going to be encouraging. I'm still going to show my funny, silly self. But I am really going to try to pour into people more, like make more videos like this to encourage people, to really just give you the enablement in a way, or like that encouragement to really get through trial. Because at the end of the day, like, if you really are trying to be like me, and like how everything I had to do just to get abroad, it was a lot. Like, I'm not saying it was easy. It's not easy. When you go abroad, there are so many problems, and I want you to be able to navigate those. And not even just growing abroad, when you're learning a language, like if you want to do that, right? When you move to a new place, I was in a rotational program. Every 6 months I moved. And then some, you know what I mean? I was in some 3-month leases, craziness. I dealt with a lot through that experience, and I want to be able to share that with you guys. And it's also kind of the informative aspect of, you know, if you want to know, like, how do I learn a language? How can I do this as an adult, right? I learned a lot of these languages while I was an adult. And it's not just that, like, whether it's working abroad or just traveling in general, I want to be able to give that informative content. But I want overall to just have people who are ready to bring themselves into what they want, right? Into that next level. And like, obviously for me, a lot of it has been shaped. Like me, this Mary was shaped through traveling and going all over. I am a little small town Texas girl, and I have always had the desire. People know me. I was, you know, freaking, I used to call myself an otaku. I was watching anime, doing all this stuff. I always wanted to go somewhere else. I was learning Spanish when I was in elementary, or almost elementary school, but middle school, right as I went to middle school. I've always wanted to go somewhere else and be around different people. And I still can tell you that me having that in a town, I had never even seen people do that. I had never met anybody. I wanted to minor in Korean, had never met a Korean person in my life. This is the stuff, like, you don't have to see it to believe it. You don't have to see it to believe it. You just have to do it. You just have to do it and believe in yourself and the ability. And again, pray on it, ask for strength. I really just hope and encourage you guys to do is to believe in yourself, to take that step. And just like I'm doing, like I'm professing to y'all right now, like I'm getting serious about this channel. I have a video that's going to come out next week, and I just want to start doing different types of content. So please interact with this, share it, comment, give feedback. Your girl ain't going to cry about it. Well, if you're gonna be real harsh, maybe I'm gonna cry a little bit, but I'll still take it, because I really do just want to be able to use this platform, use this space to be able to share stories that matter, information that matters, you know, my testimony of like what I've gone through, so that you don't have to deal with it and you don't have to make the same mistakes that I did, whether it's abroad wise or just life wise. But I really, really, really just want you guys to get something from Mary Goes Global, and I hope that you get, at least from this video, that you can overcome everything. You can overcome everything if you really start doing it, right? If you've got a lot of doubt, you've got a lot of anxiety, if you've got a lot of, I don't know if this is gonna work out, it will all work out, right? It just may be that you're not doing what you want to do because you didn't try. And yeah, that's it for this video. But like I said, please just share, continue to stay along for the journey and the new and improved Mary Goes Global. And thank you guys. Bye.